A U.S. military strike targeted another boat in the Caribbean yesterday, and for the first time, there are survivors. 2 people are now in U.S. custody, according to new reporting from NBC News. This is the 6th time the Trump administration has targeted a boat in international waters, claiming a connection to Venezuelan drug cartels. So far, at least 27 people have died. And now the commander who has overseen these strikes is stepping down suddenly and without explanation. Head of the U.S. Southern Command, here he is, Admiral Alvin Holsey, will retire at the end of this year. Joining us now, MSNBC Pentagon correspondent Priya Sridhar and former Assistant U.S. Attorney Sean P. Murphy. Priya, what do we know about this resignation?
Yeah, that's right. So we know that he actually posted on X just yesterday. It's been an honor to serve our nation, the American people, in support and defend the Constitution for over 37 years. I'm confident that you will forge ahead, focused on your mission that strengthens our nation and ensure its longevity as a beacon of freedom around the globe. Keep charging. Now, this is a 37-year career that's going to end on December 12th. As you mentioned, he's the commander of U.S. Southern Command, which is the area of the world where these highly controversial strikes have been happening in the Caribbean. As you mentioned, the 6th one was conducted just yesterday. The Trump administration has been saying that the justification for this is self-defense because tens of thousands of Americans are dying from drugs. And he's saying that these vessels are drug-carrying vessels which are originating from Venezuela and carrying drug cartel members. However, many lawmakers are saying that there's no oversight, there's no transparency. We have no insight into the intelligence gathering mechanisms that are verifying this information, that's justifying that aspect of self-defense. And that's why some lawmakers on Capitol Hill held a vote on the War Powers Act, which would have mandated Congress to authorize any of these military strikes, but that was voted down. Now, there has been some reporting from the Washington Post and the New York Times indicating that Admiral Halsey was opposing these strikes and had raised concerns to Defense Secretary Hegseth about these strikes. The chief Pentagon spokesperson, Sean Parnell, responded to that reporting on X, posting, "This is a total lie, never happened. There was no hesitation or concerns about this mission, just more fake news." And obviously, this all comes as the president also made the shocking admission this week that he did, in fact, authorize the CIA to conduct covert lethal actions inside of Venezuela's borders, which is obviously raising the questions whether all of this is going to escalate into an even larger military conflict.
Sean, I want to play what Donald Trump just said in the White House about one of these strikes.
We attacked a submarine, and that was a drug-carrying submarine built specifically for the transportation of massive amounts of drugs, just so you understand. This was not an innocent group of people. I don't know too many people that have submarines, and that was an attack on a drug-carrying, loaded-up submarine.
Are these strikes legal?
They are not. They're not. There's been a lot of folks who have weighed in on whether or not they violate international law. It's important to note that they don't even, they're not even consistent with United States law. So we have something in the United States Code that's called the Maritime Drug Law Enforcement Act. It's specifically pursuant to the felonies clause of the Constitution, which is addressed in Article 1 of the United States Constitution, meaning it's a power of Congress, not of the president. But nothing was followed here. And I think for someone, President Trump, who's made a political career out of saying the quiet part out loud, he said the quiet part out loud there at the end of that press conference luncheon thing, where I won't repeat him verbatim for obvious reasons, but he said, "You don't mess around with America." And he was very proud of that line. All of his bros next to him were very proud of that line as well. But that showed his true intent in what's going on here. He's throwing law to the wind. He's throwing conventions to the wind. Jus ad bellum, the rules of war, the rules of engagement. This is all pretext. It's all pretense for him wanting to engage in a massive show of force against Venezuela. And he's killing people. He's murdering people. Maybe they're not innocent people. He says they're not, and chances are they aren't. But since when do we as a country, since when do we as Americans think that murder is okay for being not innocent? I mean, that's a bit of a problem. And if we're going to start saying that this kind of drastic action, this murder of Venezuelan fishermen, Colombian fishermen, Trinidadian fishermen, and citizens of other countries is just okay, and that's okay in defense of the American families and American well-being. I can't wait to see what Trump does when someone tells him what the leading cause of death for American children is.
It's guns. That was the tease there.
It is
All
guns.
right.